If you'd like to find out more about Safe Place and ways in which you can get involved, just go to pcmlincoln.org. Remember, when we all do a little, we change a lot.
Ashiro's work is never done. You care for the house, the kids, and our future. We're so grateful for all you do. Now, it's time to care for yourself and save a little more for retirement. A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to boost your retirement savings now. Visit asiaretirement.org/Shiro today.
A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Play ball! Pitch the perfect idea for a family outing or date night with tickets to the next Salt Dogs game. Nothing says summer fun like an action-packed evening at Haymarket Park. Come root for the home team with a hot dog and a cold drink. Plus, visit saltdogs.com to learn about special events and promotions, including group discounts. Don't miss out on the thrill and excitement of a Salt Dogs win. Visit saltdogs.com to reserve your tickets today.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
In Nebraska, we show up when friends need help. We check in on our neighbors. That's why it's important to know the warning signs of suicide. If you have a friend or neighbor who's withdrawn, stressed, agitated, or talks about suicide, find out how you can help. Call, text, or chat 988 for 24/7 support. You have the power to save a life. Paid for by the University of Nebraska Public Policy Center. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Mike, the insurance company wants us to replace the roof.
Wait, what? I thought everything was fine.
Yeah, it says right here our roof is too old and they won't be able to cover us anymore.
I guess it is 15 years old. Hi, I'm Austin with Roofing Service Company. We help homeowners with their roofing and siding projects. Financing options are available, and we can get you under a new roof no time at all. If this sounds like you, visit roofingservicecompany.com. That is roofingservicecompany.com.
Men in Nebraska can be set in their ways, but they can also be quick to change their minds. Just 10 minutes can be enough to step back and rethink the life-ending decision of suicide. If you have a friend or family member who's struggling with depression, talk to them about temporarily storing their guns away from their home. Paid for by the University of Nebraska Public Policy Center. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
This is Bigger Than the Score with Peter Ferguson on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to 93.7 The Ticket, Bigger Than the Score. This is Peter Ferguson BHS LLC, and joined as always on the ones and twos with Dr. Harrison. Go ahead and spinning it, making it happen, pushing all the buttons. Good morning, Harrison. How you doing this morning?
Doing fantastic. The sun is back.
Yes.
It was a long time without it. We got baseball starting right now, I believe. Husker baseball, as they got another opportunity to play Oklahoma, and if they win that, they got to just beat North Carolina. If they win that, they just got to beat them one more time.
Yeah.
So you got 3 games you got to win there, but we've seen Nebraska baseball. They've been hot. Obviously, we got the NBA Finals officially set. And now you got a bunch of kids, school's out. So there's a lot of time in the air to fill as well.
But the pools are open. The
Pools
pools
are
officially,
open.
like, I think we were doing the little Titanic, the iceberg thing. It was kind of the watch on the news each morning of like, yeah, I think you're going to have to wait one more day. And so officially drove by a couple, saw the swimming lessons. Kids aren't shivering. I think the water was fine. I think it's just some of the, the consistency.
It was still
50,
pretty cool.
50 to 60 degrees.
Because by the pool by me, like, even, they got the heaters on and stuff, but we've just gotten so much rain that, you get to the night and then, we're at the point where the nights still get a nice 60, 50. And I heard some kids, they hopped in there on the day after. Oh, it's cold. I was like, yeah, it did just rain a lot the night before.
So with that being said, beautiful day outside. Also a great time to come down to the mill, 1040 O Street. Come down. As Harrison always says, you get to see some of the talent. Just got down with Fitness Fanatics. Always, they do a phenomenal show from 9 to 11, just giving some great tips on things, and just been a busy week. And so want to get to it. We've got some guests from out of the area, but just want to give a couple shout outs and congratulations. I know we finished with graduation week last week, but some awards that just came out. I just want to give a personal note of privilege to a young lady who's been on the show, done a lot. Maya Stevenson has been in again. If you get to engage with this young lady, she always talks about just her purpose is letting her light shine. And she definitely does that. But also a very talented Southwest soccer team that won back-to-back state championships. Coach Nettleton over there, and she was just announced as one of the best 11 in the Defenders, Super State, Class A, All-State. And so I just wanted to give a shout out to Maya, who is just, again, tremendous. There's a lot of individuals on that team, but somebody who just does exude just what you think about when you talk about love, when you talk about just giving to others and just making the space better because she's in it. So congratulations to her and all who received recognition. And then also to Carter Honens, who was Lincoln East. I'm a graduate, class of 91. They did take the state golf championship as well. And so again, congratulations to East High Spartans. Continue to roll.
Yeah, that's a cool one. The something about winning that golf title is such a cool way to finish off. Like, we had a really good golf team. I think I've mentioned it before at Cedar Catholic, and Matthew Schaefer at the time, he was like really great golfer for us. But that is a tough one to chase, because at the end of the year, a lot of kids, especially if you're not in the hunt, like, it's easy to just kind of call it a week and go. But no, shout out to everyone who competed out there. We had an opportunity too. That's one I always say it all the time. I wish I would have gotten into golf, because that's got to be just an awesome thing to win, to wrap up your school year.
Well, you got the team and the individual, and Carter is taking after his sister. We've had Ellie on as well as the PGA Hope, and talking about that. And so he is bringing another state championship medal to the household. So Ellie, he's got a couple more years on top of you. So I think you got to go ahead at UNL and go ahead and get a national title to bring home to top Carter, because I think Carter might bring another one into the house.
Yeah, I'm going to get there. That's when you have to start bringing the national titles home to combat each other.
Well, so with that being said, when we're talking about golf and the weather, I got the shirt on. I'm going out a little bit later this afternoon with Mike Alvarez. I think there's going to be more talking than golfing, actually. My goal is not to lose a member of the family. And I always say I have 3 balls and I can't lose any family members. And so that's how I post. If there's not 3 come home, we lost a family member, and there's no Amber Alert trying to get them back. So that's what happens when you golf with me. But we have some guests today, and I met these individuals at the opportunity. I go down every year to Savannah, Georgia, to the National Youth and Resiliency Conference. And this year was just really special. I got to go down a couple days earlier and engage with some individuals that were working with young people. And honestly, this was an individual who is spearheading this, Dr. Mitchell, the Youth Connect program in Statesboro, Georgia. And I will tell you, they are just crushing it. And so as we were having conversations, I think both our heads were spinning mutually. We were like, okay, I want to bring you into the space. I want to bring you into the space. And I was like, okay, I have a space we can bring each other in. Can you fly down? He's like, I don't know about this whole Nebraska thing. I was down there. He will tell you, when I was down there, it was when we had the blizzard.
Oh, man.
And I remember we had somebody, Dr. Norman, who worked at Georgia Southern, had just come, and we had school canceled. She was coming for an event that we were going to have, and she flew in, and that next day, the next 3 days, we didn't have school. And so Dr. Mitchell was like, I'm going to come on the radio, and I'm going to sample this a little bit, but I ain't going to fly. I ain't coming down there until I know that the temperature over 80 on a regular. So, Dr. Mitchell, how are you doing? And thank you for streaming in today.
Hi, Pete. Good morning. I'm doing great. Good afternoon. Doing great.
Well, hey, we're going to get kicked off right off the bat. First off, you got to tell us, what do you know about Nebraska? I'm not going to say Lincoln, Nebraska, but what do you know about Nebraska?
I know it's the birthplace of Arbor Day, and I know Georgia Southern University beat the Cornhuskers back in 2022. So I know that much. I mean, Pete, that's all I know.
Throwing flames right off the bat.
Yeah, who are these guys today, Pete?
Oh, that's all right. Well, hey, Dr. Mitchell, tell us first off, just tell us a little bit about who you are. Tell us about your journey, who you are.
Wow, I've had an amazing journey. My journey started out with serving youth when I was really young, a long time ago. I've always had a passion for youth, which ultimately led me here to work for the city of Statesboro, where I am the program coordinator for an initiative called Village Builders. I was born and bred right here in Southeast Georgia. Statesboro has been my home pretty much all my life. I simply love what I do. I know this is my purpose in what I do. Serving youth here has been an amazing journey. An amazing journey in such a short time. I've been employed here. I'm into my third year now.
Fantastic. And tell us a little bit about your personal background. Are you from Georgia? Are you from the area?
Yes. I grew up in a little town called Melder, Georgia, about 20 miles from Statesboro. But I since about 8 years old, pretty much grew up here. I went to elementary school here, middle and high school here. I went to college here. I graduated with my doctorate from the University of Charleston, West Virginia. I'm proud to be here.
Fantastic. And what makes Statesboro so unique? I mean, we've got some young people that are going to be on. I'm going to ask them that same question. But for you, like, what makes, you're working for the Convention Visitor Bureau right now. You're bringing us in, even though you beat the Cornhuskers, it would have a home and away type situation. But what makes Statesboro just so special?
I think what makes Statesboro so special is our diversity of individuals. This is home. I mean, this is the place where Friday night lights mean everything. We are football community. We are Christ-loving community. People come here from all different spaces all over the world. But I think the most beautiful thing is that we know how to come together as a community. And I think that's what makes Statesboro what it truly is.
So as you talk about those components, tell us a little bit more just about the component. And I don't like using the term initiative or pilot, because I feel like those are things that come and go, and it's based on money. And so I think in our conversations, the thing is this is embedded when you talk about youth voice, youth participation, youth engagement. So tell us a little bit about just the Village Builders and that Youth Connect piece that we're going to host scholars in a little bit.
Okay. So Village Builders was kind of born into the heart of our mayor. He truly has a heart for youth and serving youth.
Who's your mayor?
Our mayor is Mayor Jonathan McCollar. He's the mayor here of Statesboro. And he is a wonderful individual that has a passion and a heart for youth. We had seen far too many of our youth not necessarily taking advantage of opportunities, sometimes not having access. The city of Statesboro at one time had one of the highest rates in the state of Georgia of poverty. And we noticed that poverty was one of the root causes that was causing a lot of other things to not be positive in our community when it comes to youth. We started to look at those dynamics and look at the different villages, what we named them and call them villages in our community, that needed a little bit more support and help. And thus Village Builders was born. Village Builders is all about rebuilding our village cohesion. You hear the slogan, it takes a village to raise a child. It truly does take a village. It takes all of our community members. It takes businesses and organizations to play their role. Other parents, teachers, schools, us all coming together to rebuild our village cohesion so that our youth can have the resources that they need, access to the resources that they need to be the best version of themselves each and every day.
And I love that one of the things you talked about is just the Village Builders and that, cohesion of just family,
Yes.
of just building community on what that looks like. Tell us about some of the components that you are, I want to say overseeing, because, oftentimes I want to say it's youth led, but also there's got to be, obviously Dr. King may have been one of the focal points of the movement, but we never want to forget about Coretta Scott King.
That's right.
And
That's
so
right.
what are some of the components that you have helped support, but also helped kind of put that spark into those young people's, minds and saying, okay, this is something we can do?
Okay. We have so many different programs under the umbrella of Village Builders. We have our Youth Connect program, which is our employability skills program. This is where we foster mentorship and apprenticeship experience. Our youth are able to connect with organizations across our community and work during the summer within these organizations. And these are organizations that they need a college degree for or some type of certification. It helps to encourage them to continue their education, finish high school, earn some money. So our Youth Connect program is centered around connecting our youth to have that apprenticeship, mentorship experience when they're in our Youth Connect program.
Love that. And so tell us, we're going to have a couple of your scholars. What makes, and I'm going to ask you just to love on this group a little bit, but what makes them so special? Like, I know I think you said you meet on Fridays. And so, that you talked about Friday Night Lights. I know that's some coveted, that's some value time. What makes you be like, you know what, every Friday is my highlight of the week with this group?
Well, with the Youth Connect program, we don't necessarily meet each Friday. This is a summer program, but we are connected. We stay connected during the year. With this particular group, what makes them so special is for me to see the fruit, the long-term fruit. We have some youth in the program that has been in the program since its inception, and to watch them develop and grow by being a part of this program over the years and graduate from high school and being so prepared. That's what it's all about, watching the fruit, and to see how prepared they are entering into the workforce, to hear their testimonials come back and advocate for the program, to say, hey, this is something you need to do. This is how this has helped me to level up and to be able to be the best version of myself, prepared for the workforce or prepared for college. So that's what makes the Youth Connect program so unique, so special. We've had youth to graduate from the program, enter directly into the workforce right after high school, and others, continuing their education or joining the military, and just to be able to be a cultivator in their process is something amazing.
So a couple of the projects you had sent to me, and I think we had talked when I was down there, was the Mattel Trail Chess Park piece. You're also a finalist for the American Cities based on the city's overall performance and success. You also with the Village Builders component. Tell me just a little bit about some of those and how did those come about? And again, like, give yourself some flowers. Like what has gone on with those pieces?
Okay. Our Mattel Trail is a beautiful trail we have here in Statesboro downtown. Our youth council is our leadership track under Village Builders, and our council is composed of an amazing group of people, young people. They're learning to lead. They are leading. They hit the ground running. If you wanted a representation of that, our youth council certainly fills those shoes. They are our junior mirroring our local government. They serve, they advocate, and they came up with the idea through a placemaking grant opportunity to level up, to beautify our Mattel Trail and to create a space to bring people together. And this is how the chess park came about. They all decided they wanted us to have a downtown chess park on the trail. They got together, planned, looked at the budget that they had. They advocated and solicited for funding, and we have a beautiful chess park. They have done an amazing job with advocating not only for themselves, but other youth in the community. They are present at our city hall meetings, learning what happens in municipal government, what goes on that will affect them today, 5-10 years from now, how decisions are made. And it helps them to become an embedded part of the community. when they have a voice and they know that they have a platform, when they feel free enough to come to the city council meetings and being able to have conversations with our city manager or with the mayor, and ask questions, and even sometimes come and be heard, about different concerns that they have in the community. So our youth council are the minds behind our chess park here in our community. We are so excited that, we are part of the initiative, the component of All American Cities through our youth programs that will be traveling to Colorado soon as finalists. We are the only Georgia city to be one of the finalists this year. So we're super excited about it. So it all comes from we creating the space and a platform so that our youth know that they're not just leaders of tomorrow, they're leaders now. They have the ideas, they have the solutions, and we just have to allow them the opportunity.
I love how you echo, and I think that was one of the reasons why we jive, not only because the place where we went had some phenomenal biscuits, and those who know me, I always ask them, what would they get rid of? Biscuits, pancakes, waffles, and they always want to put biscuits up there. And I'm like, y'all have not had made from scratch Southern home style biscuits.
That's right.
And so thank you for affirming that. So I'm gonna have to bring more people down there because I think shipping them back is not going to do it. But as you talked about, just youth are not just the future. People always say youth are tomorrow. Man, these are our future. And I've heard that in so many speeches. And I'm like, no, they are today. They are absolutely today. And you're showing that. So tell me, as people are listening, I think some people are kind of like that pat on the head. Oh, that's great, Dr. Mitchell. I love the fact that you work with young people and they're having so much success. Why is it absolutely not just important, but it's absolutely essential that youth are elevated and their voices are put into space in meaningful spaces that make decisions today?
Pete, it is essential. It's certainly essential. We are, now we're in the seats filling roles as adults, but soon, time is one thing that we can't get back, and time is running, and we have to prepare the next generation, what's coming. Not only that, Pete, things are different. This is a new generation. They are the most tech savvy generation that has ever lived. I think, they have a lot of the solutions. They are very observant. They see things, they know things, they look at the world around them, trying to make sense of what's going on and what's happening. So to go ahead now and start cultivating them, coaching them along the way, preparing them, sets them up for success tomorrow. These are our caregivers and caretakers. They will be leading the way, when we're old and, we're sitting back as retirees, and what better way is if you have the skills, you pour your toolbox, you pass that along to them so that they can even be greater than what we are.
So we've got about a couple seconds before we go to break. I want you to go ahead and introduce, because we're going to have them in on our next segment.
Sure.
We're going to have Jamerson and Layla. And I want you to just just intro what we're about to experience here in Lincoln, Nebraska, from two phenomenal individuals.
All right. Jamerson Hughes is the junior mayor of the City of Statesboro Youth Council. He's also a Youth Connect participant. Layla Scarborough has been a Youth Connect participant for the past 5 years. She's now a high school graduate. We are so proud of her. She has a lot of experience to share her own testimonial of how the program has been a success to her. So I think you're getting ready to hear from some pretty bright youth, and they sharing their experiences of being a part of Village Builders.
Well, Dr. Mitchell, thank you again for just that initial connect. Like I said, it fed into me in that time that we were together. And I know that's not going to be the only time that we get, but I'm looking forward to hearing from these two scholars and just them sharing more about what's going on in Statesboro. And so I look forward to it. We'll be back on 93.7 The Ticket, Bigger Than the Score.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to smokinggunjerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Hello.
Angela, we have to break up
But why?
because you're a robot and I'm just a guy trying to get better internet.
It's Aloe Fiber, isn't it? I always knew you wanted faster speeds. My contract isn't good enough for you.
Face it, Angela, they let me talk to real people.
Press 4 to break my heart. Oh wait, you already did.
Visit aloefiber.com to switch today.
If you came across someone struggling with hunger, how would you recognize them? By their clothes, their age, the way they speak? Would you notice a 16-year-old boy who got his first job,
not for extra spending money, but to help feed his little sisters?
or a mother who's in between jobs and sometimes goes to bed hungry so her kids can have dinner? Or a 14-year-old girl who signs up to every after-school activity, not to make friends, but just to get something to eat? Or a retiree who fell ill and had to choose
between getting medicine or groceries.
I am the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger. People you pass by every day but never knew were hungry. I am hungered in America.
Hunger can be hard to recognize. Learn why at IamHungerInAmerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America, 200 Food Banks Strong, and the Ad Council.
Ashiro's work is never done. You care for the house, the kids, and our future. We're so grateful for all you do. Now it's time to care for yourself and save a little more for retirement. A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to boost your retirement savings now. Visit aceyourretirement.org/Shiro today.
A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Play ball! Pitch the perfect idea for a family outing or date night with tickets to the next Salt Dogs game. Nothing says summer fun like an action-packed evening at Haymarket Park. Come root for the home team with a hot dog and a cold drink. Plus, visit saltdogs.com to learn about special events and promotions, including group discounts. Don't miss out on the thrill and excitement of a Salt Dogs win. Visit saltdogs.com to reserve your tickets today.
Lincoln's new craft cocktail lounge is Bar 48 in Lincoln. Located at 2639 North 48th Street, Bar 48 offers everything from cocktails to beer to wine and so much more. With summer right around the corner, you can always enjoy Bar 48's frozen beverages. Follow them on Facebook to stay up to date on their live music performances every Saturday night. Make plans to visit Bar 48 on North 48th Street in the heart of the University Place neighborhood today.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone and Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln with more exciting news for area car buyers.
Charlie, it's just announced that Honda of Lincoln has won 3 of the Lincoln Journal-Star's Lincoln Choice Awards: Best New Car Dealer, Best Auto Repair, and Best Place to Get Your Oil Changed.
Wow, that's great, Andy. Anything else?
Yes, we were runner-up for Best Pre-Owned Dealer and Best Tire Dealer. A lot of people don't understand that we do sell tires here.
Very exciting, Andy. Why do you think your dealership is winning so many awards?
Charlie, we simply say it's the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business.
Looks like Honda of Lincoln is the great news headquarters for Lincoln.
Yes, and even all of Nebraska, we are also announcing that Honda of Lincoln's the only dealer in the state of Nebraska to win the prestigious Honda President's Award for 2024.
Honda of Lincoln, Nebraska's #1 volume Honda dealer, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get?
Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay. Playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza. The big one. All the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend. Back to Bigger Than the Score with Peter Ferguson on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to 93.7 The Ticket, Bigger Than the Score. This is Peter Ferguson BHS LLC, and joined on the ones and twos with Harrison on Sunday, June 1st, at an absolutely beautiful day here in Lincoln, Nebraska. And we just had a phenomenal opportunity to hear from Dr. Mitchell, who gave us an overview of just all the things that are going on in Statesboro. I like to say she came out throwing fireballs right off the bat when I asked her what she knew about Lincoln. And but always great to just hear about the phenomenal things. She teed it up great. We've got two scholars that are from Statesboro and from the Village Builder Youth Connect program, and they're going to share a lot about themselves. But I'm excited to have Layla and Jamerson, who are both, I heard one is just a recent graduate of the class of 2025. So I want to say definitely congratulations to you on that. But glad to have both y'all here. How y'all doing?
I'm doing good.
Fantastic. And so I want to first off ask both of you, and I'm going to start, Layla, let's start with you first off. Tell us a little bit about who you are. Tell us about your journey.
So I was born in Augusta, at the hospital in Augusta. I've been living in Statesboro literally all my life. I've been from the west side, the east side. I've been everywhere. I come from a Baptist-centered home. My family's originally from Scriven County, which is literally 30 minutes away. And I'm very family intuitive. My family's always been the backbone in everything I do, from since I was a little baby to now I'm a graduate. And at home it's just me and my mom and my little sister, who's 5 years younger than me. And I've been here.
You got to give some names. Give them some names. Give them some shout outs. I know they're watching.
My mom, Tarasha Scarborough. Hey, Mom. And my little sister, Lacey Scarborough. But I've been here all my life with the Mill Creek Elementary, Langston Chapel Elementary, Langston Chapel Middle School, and then just graduated from Statesboro High School. So that's my journey.
Fantastic.
I'm headed to Georgia Southern University too, also. So.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, and Jamerson, what about you?
My name is Jamerson Hughes. I am the junior mayor for the Statesboro Youth Council. I was born and raised in Statesboro, Georgia, at Memorial. So I feel like my journey first started when I came in contact with our former councilwoman, Ms. Venus Mack Hall. She was one of my first people that even inspired me to even come towards this way, because I just used to pass the road and keep going. But Ms. Venus Mack Hall started a Kickstart Your Own Business teen edition, and I was involved with that. So that was how I first came to know who the council was and who the city government official was. So I would say I'm at Statesboro High School. I went to Langston Chapel Elementary School. I went to Sally Z. They call it Sally Zetterow Elementary School. So I went there. I went to Langston Chapel for 4 years, and then my last year I went to Sally Z.
Love that. And who makes up your family?
So my mom is Allergene Hughes, my sister Trinity Hughes, my brother Tyrell. I have three other foster siblings that are with us. Jalen Johnson, Giovanni Salavera, and Judah Balaam. And I feel like my relationship is most centered around relationships because I'm a big person on relationships. My heart is focused on relationships, and I feel like relationships help build our character and build us to go farther in life when we have people to help us with those things.
I love that. I'm big on that. Relationships absolutely matter. And when you talked about Miss Venus McCall, and then you just talked about how she was the one that I love that term you said, like that phrase, pass the road, but you kept on going and she made you stop. And so I appreciate you sharing in regards to that. Layla, I want to come back to you and just, we asked Dr. Mitchell before, what do you know about Nebraska? I mean, I'm just curious. We got some young people here listening or whatever. They want to know what Georgia knows about Nebraska.
Well, I know that your state flower is called the goldenrod.
Pete, did you know that?
I was gonna say yes, I did. Yes, I did. I have a couple in my lawn right now.
I love flowers and everything. So that's one thing I knew. And then my fellow honor graduate, she's going to college in Nebraska. So
okay. Well, fantastic. Going to give her a shout out.
Hey, Nostalgia.
Okay. Love that. Jamerson, what about you? Well, what do you know about Nebraska?
Through doing some research, I think I found out that Friend, Nebraska has the smallest police department in the entire world. So I don't know if that's still accurate, but that was one thing that I found out.
We might have to. Y'all are doing your research up here now. Shoot, I may have to watch next time I ask this question.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, we got the one town that's got the population of one. She's the librarian, she's the bartender, and she's the mayor. So she might be the police force as well. So that might still exist and be true.
See, that's Harrison's Convention Visitors Bureau thing to go ahead and entice you to come here. So with that, you all talked a little bit about. I'm interested just a little bit more about your purpose. And so, Jameson, tell me a little bit, like, if your purpose in 3 words or 1 sentence, what is that?
I would say most definitely my purpose is to lead, inspire, and empower. I first say lead because since I was little in church, I always helped with other youth, help cultivate other youth, even though I was a youth myself. Helping them through life struggles, encouraging them, praying with them. Whether it was hard for me to do, I'll go to one of our youth leaders. I will even go to the pastor, somebody that can help them so that they have those resources and opportunities as others as well. To empower others, like I never had a problem with being very low at a lot of times, but I know that may not be very prominent in other people's lives, and that if I had the courage to empower somebody, if I had the love that I can give somebody, if I had the encouragement that I can give somebody, maybe that I can help build them up while they're at their lowest. So then when they come to their highest, that they will be more out to help somebody else too. And then, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. You had that third one.
And then to inspire. Always, I'm a people person, as I stated earlier. So I always try to get information, do opportunities, grab hold to stuff, so then someone can look at my life and be like, I want to be just like you, or I want to do some of the same stuff you're doing, or I want to know how you're doing this and how you're making it through these things that I can get help with. So to inspire somebody else that's a very big thing. For a little child to walk up to you and say that I want to be just like you, or an adult to say I never had the courage to do something like that. So I think that's a big part of being a leader, is to inspire others.
Wow. Dead on everything. I couldn't sum it up any better. Layla, what about you? Give me your purpose, 3 words or 1 sentence.
I would say to always dream, to always believe, and to confidently lead diligently. Confidence is key when it comes to the youth because we have so many different factors now with mental health and self-esteem that confidence is really what makes our wheels turn, what makes us drive, what can allow us to get our message across in many different platforms, whether it be social media, in person, everything, just anything. And leadership roles are not anything that, oh, you have to be just this big person. No, leadership starts, I say, at home. It starts in the little steps, leading your little siblings, telling them what to do, leading people around school, telling them what to do, and friends, family, anything. And confidence and being diligent about it, not just, oh, I'm gonna just lead this one thing and stop. And then, I mean, you also have to be a follower while being a leader, but you shouldn't just stop just at one point, at one, just you have to help. You have to continue to help, to continue to water the plants and making sure the fruit is blossoming and it's ripening and is able to, as Jameson said, so others can be able to teach and help and encourage and uplift and grow others. So I would say dreaming and believing, dreaming always to do whatever you can, whenever you can, not letting anyone stop you from trying to achieve your dreams, because it only takes one little dream and one little goal and one little person to say, to lead you and help you and mentor you, to nurture you in order for you to be successful. So I feel like that's my purpose, is to help people establish your dreams and go about their dreams, getting the help they need. If I can't help you, I may know someone who else can. So I feel like that's my purpose.
Both of y'all dropping those nuggets and giving a master class. Definitely. So we've got a couple minutes before we go to break. I always run out of time, and like I said, try to package all this in. But tell us a little bit about Village Builders, Youth Connect, and just your experience and involvement with it. And I want to start. Let's go with you, Layla.
So as you heard, I'm kind of old. I've been a part of Youth Connect since its very, very beginning, very beginning. Dr. Mitchell has the pictures from me when I was younger to me now. So Youth Connect really has helped. Is something I feel like every young high school student who, if they want to go to college or want to go straight to the workforce after they graduate, something they need, because it teaches you the essential skills in pertaining and gaining and keeping a career field. And people might not know what they want to do, and I feel like Youth Connect is that way to find out what you want to do. There's many different businesses and functions that happen here in Statesboro that people don't know about, and that a lot of people are a part about, that is very beneficial for others to learn and be a part of and grow, so that they know and live and learn what they want to do, enjoy what they want to do too. So and I've been working at the Ogeechee Public Defender's Office for the past 4 years. Now I'm at Bullock Solutions, to help with my intended career at Georgia Southern under computer science. And I also want to do a minor in music because I play piano. But Youth Connect has made me build so many different networking skills, soft skills, hard skills, technical skills, everything through Youth Connect. And I've dabbled a little bit in youth council, helping with the Family Fun Resource Days and the downtown lives and everything. And I enjoy it so much. And I feel like it's an experience that a lot of people need and a lot of students need. And we've grown so much to accommodate to that.
Love that. And Jameson, I wanted, if we had time right before the break, you got the title of mayor. And so I'm interested on that. When we got the mayor on of Statesboro, I know in your own right and sense, but tell us about your experience and just tell us, why is youth voice so important? Youth voice and involvement so important. And how did you get to be the mayor?
So first I'd like to start. I never envisioned or had it in mind or set it in stone to even become the junior mayor. So this is actually a privilege and an honor, and I thank those that reached out to the school systems, because I got an email in 9th grade and it was like, oh, the Statesboro Youth Council, and I was already built in church around helping youth and establishing things and getting stuff on the move. So when I seen it, I was like, oh well, I'm gonna reach out to Dr. LaSara Mitchell because her name was at the bottom of it. I was like, well, I'll reach out to her and see how I can sign up for this. And at first, when I came into the youth council, I wanted to start off as being the junior mayor, but through time, I had to learn that others had to come before me so that I would learn how to passionately lead and how to lead with love and through structure as well. So the other junior mayors before me set the stones that I can pick up the stones and keep walking as they have left a trail for me to gather. And junior mayor, I don't see I I love the title, but I'm not a big person on titles. So when people say it, I get a little drawn back at first, but I pull it together overall. But as my time being junior mayor, I think this is my third term as junior mayor. So I love it and I love everything about it. Engaging with youth, inspiring youth, empowering youth, leading youth to become who they want to right now and in the future. So I think being junior mayor is it's a heavy title, but it's also a lot of work to come with it, but it's also rewarding as well.
You know, Harris and I are sitting here in the studio and you got that junior title. We're going to go ahead and drop that. We're going to say 2028. I'm not sure how old you are, but we're going to make you eligible for something, whether that's national, local. I mean,
we'll just make it the ticket mayor.
Yeah,
if we have
we're just going to the ticket mayor because you need to drop that title. That title suits you, fits you, and it is you. And so we're going to go to a quick break, and then we'll be back with more of Jamerson, Layla, and Dr. Mitchell from Statesboro, Georgia on 93.7 The Ticket, Bigger Than the Score.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
If you came across someone struggling with hunger, how would you recognize them? By their clothes, their age, the way they speak? Would you notice a 16-year-old boy who got his first job?
Not for extra spending money, but to help feed his little sisters?
Or a mother who's in between jobs and sometimes goes to bed hungry so her kids can have dinner? Or a 14-year-old girl who signs up to every after-school activity not to make friends, but just to get something to eat? Or a retiree who fell ill and had to choose
between getting medicine or groceries.
I am the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger. People you pass by every day but never knew were hungry. I am hunger in America.
Hunger can be hard to recognize. Learn why at IamHungerInAmerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America, 200 Food Banks Strong, and the Ad Council.
Now's the best time to lock in early order savings on a new John Deere planter from Landmark Implement during the Early Order Program. Plan for success with the latest technology, including Exact Emerge high-speed planters that help you cover more acres with greater precision and productivity. Order your planter for next year now to unlock the biggest savings of the season. Contact your local Landmark location today and experience the Landmark difference.
In Nebraska, we show up when friends need help. We check in on our neighbors. That's why it's important to know the warning signs of suicide. If you have a friend or neighbor who's withdrawn, stressed, agitated, or talks about suicide, find out how you can help. Call, text, or chat 988 for 24/7 support. You have the power to save a life. Paid for by the University of Nebraska Public Policy Center. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association in this station.
A smoke-free environment is the only way to fully protect from the dangers of secondhand smoke. That's why smoke-free policies are so important to me, whether it's in my car, apartment building, or when I'm dining outdoors, there's no place for secondhand smoke or e-cigarette aerosol. Breathe easier knowing the facts. Visit smokefree.ne.gov. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
My early Alzheimer's diagnosis was hard to take, but it gave my mom and me more time to plan together.
Talk to your family about seeing a doctor. Go to alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com. Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Several irrigation contractors in Lincoln go out of business every year, leaving sprinkler system orphans begging for service. The folks at Judson Irrigation shed a tear for these little fellas. They've been coddling these orphans for more than 40 years. From redesign, repairing, replacing, and restoring, remember the Judson Irrigation Orphanage.
Call the Judson Irrigation Orphanage 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Ever stare at the Hog Wild menu and feel like you just can't make up your mind because it all looks so good? Well, when I want a little bit of everything, I get a little bit of everything on Hog Wild's Smokestack Sandwich. On a butter-toasted bun, we pile on our hickory smoked beef brisket and juicy hot links. The hard part is choosing between fresh curly fries, classic baked beans, or coleslaw on the side. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Back to Bigger Than the Score with Peter Ferguson on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
And welcome back to 93.7 The Ticket, Bigger Than the Score. Peter Ferguson, BHS LLC, and joined on the ones and twos with Harrison. We're down here at 1040 O Street, and so if you get a chance, beautiful day, you can sit outside, enjoy a latte, a granita. They even got smoothies, and so come on down, see Josie down here. She will serve you up something really nice. Hey, we've had a phenomenal hour. It's gone by way too quick. Harrison and I are in here like, okay, man, we needed 2 hours, and we're definitely going to have the city of Statesboro back on. But we have been joined by Dr. Mitchell. We've got Layla, and then we've also got Jameson, and who are all from Statesboro. And so I want to get right into it as we kind of wind some things up. Layla, why don't you just tell me a little bit about why is Youth Voice absolutely essential?
Well, in my own words, of course, I'm using the most common term, we are the future. And Youth Voice is the future. You have to prepare for the future, and it starts today. And our voice is, of course, may seem naive because we're inexperienced, but it's also impactful because, like I said, we are the now. And in order to prepare for the future, you have to focus on what it is now that's necessary in order to change what it is in the future that can make a difference. And us youth, we need to gain more confidence in learning how to express our opinions, our needs and our wants when it comes to the community, our jobs, everyday life. And our voice is important because we are a part of every community. We are the future community, and we should not be, just stood by, pushed aside because we are naive. We should be helped, nurtured, guided so that we can get our point across, get our message across more efficiently for understanding.
Straight truth right there. Jamerson, what is a piece of advice that you would give to adults?
I would say, just to make sure that you're taking the time to hear the youth voice out, not just listening, but taking it in and acknowledging what the youth are speaking about, what the youth problems that they bring forth, the youth, what they're caring about, what they care for, what they find as their initiative that they find that can help other youth. Just making sure that that when we're hearing them, that we're not just listening, that we're actually hearing, because there's a difference between listening and hearing. When we're listening, we tend to just hear it and then it goes out of one ear. But when we hear, we're taking it to the heart, and that we're finding the best solution that's for the youth and for the adults.
How powerful. One of the things we always talk about, love is, and DP, who I know you're going to have to bring y'all in at some point in time, or have him come down to Statesboro. I know he does a lot of traveling across the country, but has a foundation of love prints. And so I'd love each of you to finish this sentence. Love is, and Jamerson, I want to start with you. Love is.
I would say love is without condition. Whether someone did something to you, whether something happened, whether something came in between, that love is without I would say without condition, because it's not love has a broad thing, whether it is just making sure that we're not cutting it off because, oh, I don't love you anymore because this happened, or I don't love you anymore because I don't think this was supposed to be said, or this was supposed to be in that. Love is just, I don't know, love is not yeah, I would say love was without condition.
That's phenomenal. Layla, what about you?
I would say that love is a journey, not a destination. And it's not enough just to say you love someone. You have to be understanding. And there's things that's tough love. So you have to be built in a way to be able to take in criticism and everything. But it's all out of love. Like Dr. Mitchell said, it takes a village to raise our children, and sometimes it requires tough love, but it also requires us to be respectful and sensitive to each other's needs, and knowing how we like to be loved, how we like to go about demonstrating our passion towards different aspects in the community, at home, in school. So I would say love is a journey, and there's bumps, ups and downs, and it takes a lot, but it's not just a destination. There's no one point. You have to be active, be a part, be considerate, respectful, and understanding.
Dr. Mitchell, I want you to tell us how we can stay in touch with you, but we did get a text from one of the listeners, Phil Maynard. He said, absolutely love both of these individuals. Love the mayor. Watch out, Hoiberg. His modesty shows. Great show. Dr. Mitchell, how can people stay connected with what you're all doing?
Individuals can stay connected by tapping into our social media pages. We have our youth council has a social media page. The city of Statesboro, they share a lot of what the youth are doing with Village Builders. Our website, the city of Statesboro Village Builders, as well as the city of Statesboro Youth Connect and the city of Statesboro Youth Council. They all have their own websites. You can stay connected that way through Grice Connect, a local news media team here in Statesboro. They do a wonderful job with covering what's happening in the city, sharing what the youth council are up to, the Youth Connect program. So you can stay connected in so many different ways. If you're in Statesboro, stop by downtown Statesboro. You can see us in person, stop in, see what's happening, what's going on in the city. So those are different ways that anyone can stay connected to what's happening here in Statesboro.
Fantastic. Hey, I want to thank each of you for being on today, and we'll see you next week on 93.7 The Ticket, Bigger Than the Score.
Dogs will be playing and the park will be popping with all the food, drinks, and fun you need for the perfect night out. Grab your friends, family, and coworkers and make plans now. Visit saltdogs.com to secure your tickets. Come on out to the park and unleash the fun.
Need service on your home air conditioning?